in my dream, I was riding a motorcycle around, and I don't know where I was going, but it was raining, and I was following a guy. He was first on a bicycle, and he kind of had cut in front of me, and then he kind of maneuvered, and then all of a sudden he was in a Jeep, and he was splashing through the puddles in the Jeep, and then he went ahead of me and went through a light, and then I went up to the light, and it turned red, and so I moved to the side because there were these big puddles, and I wanted to avoid them, and then I pulled in and was waiting at the light, and then a bus came up on the side of me, and then I found myself at some kind of like business, and I was waiting. I don't know what I was waiting for, but there was a guy ahead of me at the counter, and he was pawning a diamond ring, and there was a man in a suit with him, and I guess he was going to sell the ring to that guy, and then but somehow there was talk and that he had gotten the ring and paid less money for it, and thought that he had gotten ripped off, but then he didn't. It turns out it was a good deal for him. And then he was selling it to this guy, and maybe they were pawning it to find out the value. And then he had said something to me. He was kind of weird, and he said something to me about, "Oh, I told your girlfriend it was that we had paid more for it." And then another scene, I was in my house, and at my neighbor's house, they were having like a party, and they were playing music really loud, and they were playing Asia's Heat of the Moment. And I was there, and it was really loud. It was coming through the wall, and I was telling my roommate, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's why our neighbor was being really nice to me the other day, because of the party." And then before that, I was watching a band play, and it was the band who played Asia, and they were older, and they were playing it, but they were playing it differently, and the lead guy was explaining how they came up with that song and how it was the extrapolation of another song, and so he was playing that song and showing how he then extrapolated into the Heat of the Moment song. And that was the dream.